We're back. Hello. Are you back? Well, the answer is no, because I haven't announced that we are doing this, and so of course, no one will be here for now. But I will look out for you, and see if anybody joins along. If you do and you happen to start over, or if you're watching this later on a replay, which is essentially everyone who ever sees it. Hi in the future. I am writing an arrangement of You Do Something to Me, called Portersong, that I haven't been that familiar with. The main thing I knew about it was it had the You Do That Voodoo That You Do So Well lyric in it. At some point in my life, that was like a meme, that line. It was just kind of a cute, funny thing to do or whatever. Anyway, I had a good time in the first session. This is session 2. I hope it is 2 out of 2, as in we're about to wrap everything up and be done. But it was a very productive first session. And if you want to just skip ahead and see what's going on now, I will show you. Where we are. It's essentially, I'll just walk you through it here. We've got an intro. We've got the head in. It's there's no solos in this version, and so there are. There's the head in. So A section, B section, sort of a C section, and then another A section to end. That's kind of what this form does, and it goes into a miniature little interlude, essentially, that takes us into what is going to be our developer, the first developer. There's 2 developers. The first developer is going to be just a soli section. I'm going to try to restrain myself from making it too intense. Probably octaves, 2-part, occasionally hitting some chords, but I'm trying to think about teaching this chart in the context of a week to for fun. That's the first major use of it, is going to be at a summer music workshop in Germany with some wonderful singers out there who don't want me to make their lives too hard. Then here's another interlude section where it's going to wind down from whatever we do in the soli. This is all what we're doing now in this session, is writing that soli section, and then we're going to do a little stretched out version of the verse of the song. So we've skipped the verse. We normally go at the front of the song. We've gone right to the head, just kind of like it's a jazz tune, where we don't do the verse very oftentimes. But we are going to use the verse material, we think. I think, and we're gonna put that into this section over a pedal, and it happens to be in C, just like the moth section of My Foolish Hard Moth that I arranged over 10 years ago. Is that right? God, I really think it's the case. Chart that a lot of people have enjoyed over the years, and so that seems like a thing that might be kind of nice to do on this. It swings a little bit. Now, I might change this pedal. It might not be this same C pedal the whole time, but I just kind of threw that in as a placeholder. Don't even know that I have enough material for it, but what I do know is the phrasing of it will be stretched, maybe in a way that will make it seem rubato or out of time, I think. Got to find a way to balance making it interesting and doing that and accomplishing that while also making it doable. So we got to balance all the elements there, making it pretty singable. Then we come out with another interlude that then takes us back into just a full restatement of the head out. We're going to completely reuse the head in, and we're going to sing it again. Once you've learned it, nice to get a little bit more clock time in your concert out of it, get another chance at it in the concert. And then we're going to go into a drum solo vamp, as is often the case. We're going to do maybe 4 times through this, and we'll kind of test that out and see if that feels like enough. And then then that's it. There's a little quick outro after the drum solo, with the energy having built up from there. So all of that is to say, that's the form of the song as we're doing it now. But we're gonna write this solely, and we'll do that. So, first goal is to I'm gonna play through everything up until that point. Something to me, something why should it be? You have the power to hypnotize me. You do that, you do so well. Okay, so now is where we start writing. Uh-oh. What's going on? Do we have issues with our... Okay, no. So let's just see. We're going to begin this section here. Okay, keeping it fairly simple. Probably going to be in octaves at the beginning here. Daniel Ford. Hey, Kerry, I've got a concert coming up. We're doing your arrangements of Brand New. And If I Ain't Got You. Loving the charts. You know what? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I publish If I Ain't Got You. That's actually arranged by Matthew Chalmers, who will be playing drums. We'll be playing drums on this very thing, and he plays drums on most of what I put out. And that's awesome. Congrats on your concert. Thanks so much for doing the tunes. I hope you're having fun with it. Really cool to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah. I'm gonna write a solo section here. Let's see. Let's see. My computer is slow right now. I don't like it. I don't know why. One thing that I've encountered sometimes when I write these simpler solo sections is that if I don't keep motion going on, when I have long notes like this, it sometimes makes them sound like backgrounds, and we don't want it to sound like backgrounds because they are not that. So what I think I will do, so I think I will start this loco unison, and then I will have essays do the first phrase, and then I'll have the TBs follow with and they'll fill in the rest of this voicing. So So I guess we've got ourselves a crescendo here. And so that, yeah, that sort of, the way we've started this right here, this is in the middle of a rehearsal, rehearsal letter section. And imagining that the solo is kicking in, except we join them in progress, picking up into the fifth bar. And that's the nature of that solo. All of the harmony here is from the reharmonization, from the head in. So we are keeping that. We're not like going with the original changes. The original changes on this one, not so modern sounding, and so we're just leaving our updated stuff, and we'll try to write good voicing. Okay, so I should let the TBs start. Let's see. Okay, so that phrase works here. Whoops. Let's see, I'll split it off and have a fifth here. Let's just repeat it, basically, except slightly change the figure. And then I'll do something in the essays to balance that. So so that it's not too boring, or not any boring. We don't want any boring. We want zero boring. But it happens to work. That's the kind of the cool thing about this is that it sort of works to leave this in place, actually. So we got oh, cool. And the cool thing is I can leave them on this. That just is convenient. Didn't see it happening, but and have them cut off on 4. Maybe I'll decrescendo them down here, while I then have a compatible line happening in the essays. So they get their own line. Yeah, I'll just. Yeah, so as long as we share, as long as we kind of spread out the rhythmic interaction, that, but make it generally pretty singable. So Yeah. Yeah, we'll get the essays out of that, and then we'll give them a figure here, and we're just kind of overlapping, trying to layer things just a bit. So again, swinging rhythms is going to be important to a thing like this. But also we can't anticipate the harmony if the rhythm section isn't anticipating the harmony. So I can't do that because D minor hits there. And if I try to hit an E natural on this and a 4, it's going to probably be a little bit ugly with the E flat major. So let's give them just need to give them a little bit of time. Let's see. And then I'm going to predict that I need to add a little bit of content to need a little bit of content to the these bars here where the TBs are out. I know it's da 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 da. I know that's what I'm hearing, but I could pull that. Just get the whole group. So this is where it becomes kind of a solely shout hybrid, as I've sometimes will refer to it as that when I'm talking to students about a thing you can do in vocal jazz that can work pretty well. I mean, if it has qualities of a soli section, but it's just a developer. So you're just developing. You're adding new content for interest and to so you don't have to just keep repeating the same thing. But it's also not a solo section. We're not improvising on these changes. These changes would be hard to solo on, and I don't want to write the chord changes that are approachable to solo on. In this case, it's a level 3.5 maybe at times, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to be able to, folks can use other arrangements to solo on, or they can open these changes up if they really want to improvise on them. But they're not, these will be challenging for most groups that would do a level 3 chart to improvise on. Okay. So we just landed on this. So just a simple figure bones. One. Da, 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 da. So here we can just keep, I think we can keep them there. Let's see. We're gonna ask these tenors to go ahead and make the leap here. Because this is really a nice voicing to land on if we can. Yeah, we kind of like landing on this voicing. And we're close, actually. We have just a little bit more content. How much? So we have double this essentially to do. We've gotten away with having. I'm really wondering if I have frame rate problems on this. Huh. It looks like I've got big video stuttering problems. I hope that's not the case. If that's the case, I'm sorry that part of this video is unpleasant to watch. That's kind of a drag. Hopefully it's still useful. I think I'd rather not stop the stream and restart my computer, but I think that's what I would have to do. But it looks... I wonder if I can optimize my memory and do something with that. Let me just... I'm going to make a little bit of move and see if I can help things run better. I wonder what else is running that doesn't need to. All right, I'm going to take a very, very quick break while I try to work on this, and I'll be right back. Hang in there. I told you to be quick. I hope that we're doing better now. Just looking to see if I seem less stuttery now. It does seem like maybe. Yeah, maybe. I think my frame rate might be better now, so that's probably worth doing. Okay, so let's just play through what we have. Okay. Yeah, so this is more of like a shout section vibe in this spot here. So I'm gonna do a 3-part SA thing. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's it. Yeah, I don't think I'm on the right path there. I think I need to. Okay. Yeah, I need to octaves or something. Yeah. Yeah. What I like to do is da da ba do da, so I need to change the piano part to accommodate that. Da do da ba do da ba do da. See, the piano is laying into this A at the top of the voicing here. So yeah, so I just need to finish this phrase. Oh, you're working on a John A tune. All right, cool. Very good. Hoping to absorb the jazz via stream. Nice. And then I need to, let's see. So this is going to be good for an octaves figure. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah. And then I got to fix the, let's just do this voicing in the piano so that we can. Whoops. Yeah, so this is going to get interesting harmonically here. Maybe this is short. Yeah, this is short. So, let's steal. Let's steal this content for this phrase. And rewrite it a little bit. So instead of that, it's going to be. So just again, they've already learned this. So this maybe not make it so obvious. Just fill it in with rhythm. That's the something I got from North Texas from Mike Steinel, and he talks about the idea of filling it in with rhythm, which it'll make a lot more sense when you start to think about it. Filling what in with rhythm? Well, filling in just the original melody of the tune, a way of improvising, but improvising with the melody of the tune, but filling it in just with rhythmic ideas. You will find yourselves as an improviser, as a scatterer or other improviser, you'll find yourself maybe altering notes here and there, and making up new melodies, but and that's yeah, but generally that anyways, I was gonna say I've just stopped talking. I know I do that all the time when I do these. Generally that's a useful way of improvising over a tune that maybe you're not able to formulaically improvise over. No. This kind of makes sense thinking forward. It doesn't work. It's anticipating the next chord change with the E flat and the C, but I think that's going to work in context, especially if I make it make sense in the TB parts. And I want to get the TBs up here. So that makes sense. I can do a counter line for them that starts on the same and get and then I've got a little bit to finish in this. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. Started raining again out there. All right. Okay. So I'm going to take a break and listen to what we have getting into the soli. So we're not done, and we have to. You got to get here. Got to find. Now, we'll see. This is a two-part thing. So what line can I do that fits harmonically over that? What is that? I don't really know yet. I have to kind of get into it a bit. Let's see. Okay, so we'll let the tenors and bass split. I don't like it. Let's see. Let's see, that almost makes sense. I want to make the voice leading getting into the F minor 11 much easier than it was about to be. I guess I could do that. So, okay, so I know what I'll do. I'll have the altos will sing, they will sing kind of this figure. Oh, I hate that. You know what? They're gonna have to make it through this. I need this to connect. No, that's gross. da 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 da. Okay, we'll keep it simpler then. This is a hard little figure to suss out. Literally a suss out. I want to just make right voice leading to help them get there. That's short for them, I guess. And then they just gotta sing this. They just gotta sing this figure. That's what I've been leading to, essentially. Wow, it's a nice storm out right now. Can you hear that out there? Da, 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 da. Okay, so this makes sense. I can get, and then their voice leading is good. And then they can sing this for a big crescendo. That should be cool. I'll just change the piano voicing. Yeah, it's a real storm out there. Golly. The U.S. Open Pickleball Championships happening right now. About a mile away from me. Mile and a half, not even. And they are currently rained out. That is for sure. I really wonder if that's coming through the mic, if you can hear that. If I turn the... Oh, well, that's all right. I think just and then I'll decrescendo them. I guess I'll bring them back on the last two bars of it, and then just and I know this is a at the end of this solo section. Okay. And then actually let's come down here. And then that down an octave. It's like mezzo piano when it gets here. And then 2 bars a decrescendo is what we'll write for the singers. And that makes sense. Okay, we have one more section of the chart to write, and an ending and the drums part, and then the chart's done. So why don't we listen to the whole solely in context? So I'm going to play through it again from the beginning. I'm sorry for the delay. There's going to be a visual delay. The visuals are going to be delayed from the. I'll try to keep it ahead, or keep it with where. Anyway, it's just a little bit messed up because of the audio software I have to use. And this is where we go into moth. Okay, so like I say, I've talked about this as being reminiscent of moth from from my chart on My Foolish Heart Moth, using the Cordelling live version that he uses. It's a different poem that he puts into that one. Anyway, so what we're going to do is C. We're going to find out, and I haven't done the scat syllables on that. I'll do that later. But what we're going to do is find out with a C as the as this. As a pedal, sorry, as a C is a pedal point. So I'm just going to write some. So it's going to have phrasing. Let's see. Actually, let's make this a 2-bar figure, and then we will start this on the downbeat of this section for simplicity's sake. Yeah, I just know how this stuff goes when you rehearse it. So this is the verse that I'm writing, but I'm stretching this out over this pedal. I was mighty blue. I was mighty blue. I was mighty blue. Mighty blue. I'm going to give some space here, maybe a few extra bars. How many phrases? 1 phrase, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 phrases. Okay, so 8 phrases like that would be, if I give a whole lot of time, that's going to be a long little section here. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to worry so much about where it is going and just try to write it in a musical way. Blue. Thought my life. 1, 2. Thought my life. Thought my life was through. I'm taking this down an octave. Thought my life was. Thought my life was through. My life was through. Life was through. One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Thought my life was through. You gave it all. You gave it all. Okay, so let's go. Let's just try putting this. Let's just try putting this over a new pedal, and till the heavens open. Till the heavens, till the heavens open, heavens open, heavens open, heavens open, to the heavens, heavens open, okay, that's that. Till the heavens opened, it's open, gazing, and I gazed at you. Okay, and let's see. We'll change it at you. And I gazed. We'll put it here. And I gazed, and I gazed at, and I gazed at you. And this will be a new. So till the heavens opened. Heavens opened, and I gazed at you. And what else could be cool? So we were just so yeah, let's go to D. So we've just been down here. So actually the octave down is hipper. So I guess from here through, I don't know, however long I need to put this in bass clef, I think. Anyway, and I gazed at you. So what I just, again, to recap, if you're, like, this is a bit of a creative visualization process that I'm trying to go through, imagining how this is going to sound with a choir. I can kind of hear different chords a choir might sing underneath this with these pedals serving as the foundation. However, it's hard for me to narrate exactly all the thought processes that are going through my mind. But you, the word you, it's the thing that changed everything. You do something to me. You are blah blah blah. So we changed on the downbeat of M. We changed to D minor. Now I already know I want this chord, so I'm just going to put it. I actually want for this chord to make sense with this. Not that exact voicing. I'm going to do this one. But yeah. So this is, I can even call this D minor 11. I don't know how much I'm going to care about naming these voicings as we go. And then, and I gazed at you. And then the next thing that's coming up is going to be. Woo! You got that, right? You heard that? That was awesome. Won't you tell me, dear? So I'm going to take this down another half step. So now what we're seeing is it's not the heavens opening as we thought it was, but it's kind of going downhill. Won't you tell? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you tell me, dear? Okay. Won't you tell me, dear? We may have this timed right. I don't quite know. Won't you, me, dear? So we're gonna kind of break our pattern here and go to A. So we're coming up now. Dear bone, why would you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why would I'm gonna do the same rhythm. 3, 4. Why would? Why would you appear? 2, 3, 4. When you appear. So I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'm gonna need one more section here. It's gonna lengthen this chart by 8 bars. I'm gonna need one more section before we go back to the head material. So that's what's happening now. Why, when you appear, okay, so probably not coming back to C yet, but I could be there by the last section here. So real minimalist, this whole area. It's just choral, big, chorale style, homophonic chords that somehow that can be somehow what aided or at least anchored by those unisons. Won't you tell me, dear, why would you be? Now, what would be good with? So I was just on A. Oh, A flat. So something where all of those is cool. All of those are cool. Let's see. Well, G is okay. G is okay for that. Okay, that's fine. Something happened. Wow. I know I'm fixing to lose my power anytime. I'll bet. I'm just if this suddenly ends, this stream suddenly ends, it's because we took a big lightning shot and into the transformer or something. It's the most lightning we've really had this season. I think it's the first maybe big thunderstorm in the new rainy season that we have here in Southwest Florida. It's pretty cool. It's chilled right too. Boom. Something happened. Something happened. Happened to me. Happens to me. Okay. Something happens to me. And the strangest feeling goes through me. Let me try D flat. It would be kind of convenient to get us down to this again later. So, and the strangest feeling goes through me. And the strangest. So yeah, let's just try D flat. Let's just try. Yeah, it's gonna be nice and low. D flat. And this, I've got to give some time for it. And the strangest feeling, and the strangest feeling goes. Strangest feeling. Just feeling, feeling, and the strangest feeling goes, feeling, goes through me. So I'll put a space. It's just kind of creepy. Through me. I need a few extra bars. I want a few extra bars for this, and it's going to work. 4 extra bars that happen here. Not even a rehearsal letter. So this is just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just like slowing down the hemiola. Ooh. Bang, 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 bang. Just that old chestnut. Yeah, now this whole section I need to mark I really should just. I should just mark it starting here. Basically, I should put the top. Yeah, I put bass clef in the top there, and so that will make a lot more sense. Okay. And the string, and the string, and the strangers, and the string, and the strangest feeling goes through goes through me. Yeah, I'm gonna actually take my time on this and do 2 bars of through. And then I'm gonna get this add 4 thing going on. It's what I kind of how I wanted to end this. And then we pick it up and you do yeah. So through me. Yeah, huge crescendo. 2 bar. Yeah, 2 bars of big crescendo here. Boom, bam, bam, and then we drop the bomb on this McCoy Tyner thing again. Okay, now the rest of this not so hard. Basically the chart is done. That's a question. And then we yeah, because we might let them off through this section and then to come back in with you do something to me. And then that's it. And I got to write the drums. But I mean, that is the rest of the content of this piece of music. So that's good. Some of the voicings I know. This one, just very straightforward and creepy. We want this to be creepy. Now, should I write it backward? Let me figure out where we come. How do we get there from through on D flat? I want good voice leading. Yeah, let's just do. Basically, it's like sus. This is sus. This is just basically D flat sus. D flat. Is it 13 sus? What do I have? No, just D flat 7 sus into C add 4. Into that bit, okay? So that's what's going on. Now, I probably work forward from here. I was... So we had the... And then... I like this voicing very much to start out with, so I'm going to try that. I like how pretty that voicing is and brittle for being blue. And we can do anything, so let's do... and just add the 11th there. Basically, everything is a decrescendo on a section like this. This is starting out piano. We're definitely there at this point. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, very floaty. And I can go ahead and give this implied harmony. This is just C minor. I'm just going to call this C minor 11 because eventually we get there. Yeah, drink. Hydrate everyone. How are y'all doing? Are you enjoying your day? I think I think our Southwest Florida storm is now over, as is often the case. They go quickly. Yeah, so crunchy half step in the lead there, and then what is this? Thought my life was through. Thought my life was through. Okay. Ultimately, I gotta add pedal. I gotta add pedal markings under everything here, and I guess I might as well do that now, because I've thought of it. But yeah, this is supposed to be washy, soft, floaty, certainly an interlude. Okay, got it. That was easy. Thought my life. How does this feel coming out of this? Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep, after every decrescendo, I gotta keep writing a piano. Actually, this is maybe gonna be mezzo piano because it's Till the Heavens Opened. Yeah. Just taper, 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 though. And I gazed at you. I think we're back to piano. Gazed at you. Won't you tell me, dear, why when you appear? That looks like it's probably another mezzo piano. Something happens to me. And then back to piano again. And the strangest feeling goes through me. Crescendo, crescendo, crescendo. Okay. So, and till the thought my life was through. till the heavens open. I think the jump is so hard that all we can do is sing that in. Octaves. I think that'll be effective, but I mean, it literally, if I try to, but if I've got, let's see, what do we have? And I gazed at you, and I gazed at you. Yeah, so this is just quartal. And I gazed at. That's easy, and then 3-part. And then we've moved now to D flat as the root. So. Just got to do something that's pretty darn close to the previous voicing for the TBs, especially. Don't want them moving that far. So, won't you tell me? So we're gonna just keep them in the ballpark and have them sing only one thing this whole time, and then just. So they can all move in the essays. Another big decrescendo to this phrase. It's all a little unsure. Why? And then what is this now? This is why? So this is this. Why when you appear? It's gonna have the bass part already doubled. Why when you appear? So here's this one. Okay, get some bang for your buck on this, I hope, because that's the idea here. Is that it's not too tough when you can sing the same chord in a few different spots, and that helps this to become a 3.5. I think we are now at a 3.5. With the general complexity of these things, but I really think I think this stuff is going to be doable with the tracks, and then I haven't written changes, but what is this really? This is, actually, it's actually, kind of E major 7 over G sharp, really, isn't it? What did I mark these others? I did mark this one. That's what that was. And then, so it's just still more C minor 11 and related fun stuff. And then, it's just F. It's just F stuff. And then, and I gazed at, so and then, and this is F minor stuff, F minor 11, you know. He's down. This is just D flat minor stuff here. I mean, that's D flat minor is probably better called C sharp minor. Yeah, so we'll call this C sharp minor 11. And, okay, we got why when you appear and something happens. Okay, something happens to me. I think we have another argument for, yeah, non-chorded section. Something happens to me. You do something to me. Something happens to me. It's a big deal. For the lyric of this song, at least. I am affected by you. And then and astray. Let's just get into the chord on est, and then we'll have the chord at that point. But let's just, again, not try to mess with voice leading. Strangest. Feel is okay here. And the strangest. Just feeling. Let's just go tight harmony. So let's use one of our favorite voicings on that. And so what is this? So D flat and a string. It's like D major 7. It's a lot of D flat major 7 stuff. D flat major 7 sharp 11. But and the strangest feeling goes, and then through me crescendo and then okay, and then that's the chart. Okay, so 8 bars off is plenty good for this next section here, and that's it. We have the chart now. I can play through it. I do want to double check. Let me go through and make sure that we've got dynamics in all the spots that we want them. But yeah, essentially we're done now. So that's good. We like having projects finished. So subito, mezzo, piano, crescendo, and then let's see. Is this still mezzo forte? We're just gonna leave this mezzo forte. Boom, forte. Okay. Well, that's subito, and we're just gonna kind of stick with that for this section, I think, maybe. We'll go back to subito mezzo beat. For you do something to me, that thing to me. And then I'll just say mezzo forte to pick this up a little bit. That nobody else. And I'll go ahead and do vocal jazz crescendo. Else could do. Could do. Else could do. So it's loud there, but I'm just going to keep this at mezzo forte here. Nick Don, hi! Thanks for coming on. Good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've done one of these. If you weren't able to catch earlier today, there is an earlier stream where I wrote the first half of this, and you can get caught up. If you're interested in this chart, I'm going to play through it in just a second. Once I feel pretty sure that all my dynamics are correct. Subito mezzo piano again. So this is mezzo piano. Oh, I have to write some syllables here, which I will do. Yeah, that mezzo forte here. Still mezzo forte, but I want to reinforce that since there's dynamic happening down here. Do I no worries about disturbing me. I mean I don't offer a course in harmonization. I haven't done. I guess the best thing I have really is doing it here live, but I haven't worked that out. It's been enough actually to do to actually to get the projects done actually for me. So I haven't really had time to put together more educational materials this time, but I do have the idea of doing that. So I'm sorry I don't have that. So this is all forte, forte, forte. So and then we'll decrescendo into. So yeah, the shape of this, it is coming back down, and I'm going to call this mezzo piano by the time it's here. But I'd better actually, I don't like this subito mezzo piano thing anymore on this spot. I'm going to call this just mezzo forte here. And then these guys can be soft, but then I want this back to mezzo forte. And then full on forte comes down, mezzo piano to nothing, piano, and then I've reinforced all of those. I think this should be good if it just stays piano. No, I'm going to call it mezzo piano here. There is a little bit of a journey for this. A little bit of a journey. One, and you up or something. Still mezzo piano. And then I'll decrescendo the rhythms, or the rhythm section also. Call this back to piano again. And the strangest feeling goes through me. Big crescendo, boom, bam, bam, and it's back. And then you do something to me, blah, 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 and then all this should be the same. Tell me why should it be the path that baptize me? Let me figure do so well. And then, subito again. Subito mezzo piano again here. For you do something to me that no. And then what I called this before was mezzo forte, and I'm happy to just kind of keep that up. Nobody else. And I did my crescendo, which I will add here. And then this, I don't know if I don't think I was at forte here, but I'll be there. Do da do boo do da do you know da ba do da ba do da ba da. Okay. And then I'll give a last minute crescendo for everyone, and then right at the end we're gonna have our biggest ending at double forte. So with that, we should be able to hear everything if I play it down. The total time of the arrangement is minute 37, or I'm sorry, 4 minutes and 37 seconds. I gotta write these syllables. Oh man. So I think what's going on here is that like I can't hear the lead because it doesn't know that we want this to be like that. Yeah. All right. It's getting too quiet to even hear at this stage. So I'm gonna back up. It was okay, and oh yeah, I got a delay. Sorry. And then we're back. And drums. So, all right, that's the chart. That's the chart. All right, syllables. There's a couple things left. Why can't I undo that? Weird. Okay, syllables in my soli section. So yeah, let me get my vibe on this again. And then whoops. Ba-do-wa-you-da. Ra-you-da. Ba-da. Yadat. Ba-do-wa-you-da. Same thing. Ba-do-wa-you-da. Yadat. Yadat. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-boo-wa. Da-da-do-wa-da. Da 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 do ba do ya da do da ba do you ba do you ba do you wa da ba da do ba do da ba do da. It's important not to overthink these syllables. I will give you that advice. Ba So what is this? Oops, big problems, big problems, big problems. Same thing. And then, yeah, and then again, lots of dots. This is a brassy soli section here. Da 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 ha, and then finally a big ha for that, and then ooh. Okay, that's it. Drums. Want to see how it works? If you don't know how the drum parts are written, here's how they're written. I'm gonna go through and you're just gonna cue. I'm gonna add in all the cues that ought to be there. Like notes that ought to have cues. I'm going to get rid of all excess crescendos and things like that, and I'll get rid of all the chord changes all in kind of one shot. I'll get rid of the lyrics also in one shot. So, and then in this case, do I hear the harmonization in your head or follow guidelines or both? Both. It's both. I mean, I hear it in the head, and actually I play it on the piano to kind of verify that it makes sense. But I also kind of have a pretty good idea of like what kinds of bass line motion I want to have. So a lot of half step motion in either direction, a lot of descending half steps for the bass part. The roots of the chords, and then the variations happen in the upper structure, and that's like the rest of the chord is kind of what makes sometimes the reharm sound interesting. And that, of course, which chords your upper structure can be will be determined by the melody of the moment, and also just the effect that you're going for. If you want some surprising colors internally and all that, yeah, it's a lot of instinct. A lot of instinct with that stuff. Let's see. So I need this here. Good question. I mean, you know, it's a long process to get there. I just, you know, I've just been doing it for 35 years. Like really since I was about 10 years old and I was writing songs, I was writing harmony. So yeah, it's 35 years of working on that. So I'm going to give all of the everything that I'm writing rhythms down in the drum part right now. These will all be changed ultimately to cue notation and rhythmic notation. But I'm picking phrases. I'm picking the parts that I think I want the drummer to have. In particular, like what it would be helpful for them to try to catch. So nothing here necessarily, and so they can just play straight through that. Nothing, so they need this, but long notes don't really have to show up. I will double check to make sure that all the dynamics make it down there. Do that view, do that do. So well, now the well. So I'll grab something else for that doesn't have a tie. I'll put that, and yeah. So there's an application called, or a thing you can do called make pitches constant that I will ultimately be doing here. I'm going to grab earlier in the chart for this. Got so many questions that went distribute, so let me keep quiet for now. Oh, I know it's quite a lot. No, go ahead and ask away. It's okay. I'm in a pretty good place to answer your questions now. Nobody else. Get rid of this, but yeah. Otherwise, this part doesn't take as much thinking. Let's see. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this and put this down there. So these are just like the broad hits that I want to make sure the drummer knows about to try to catch. This whole chart. It's broken swing feel. And what that means effectively is, oh yeah, I've got to grab all of this head here. Is that there? It doesn't walk ever. So you just, my drummer, but drummers in the future don't necessarily just get to check out and just play time and listen or whatever. They really have to kind of watch. They kind of have to watch what's going on. So that can be here. So, so mostly I want the drummer to catch these rhythm section figures, but like right here, so that's a pretty good thing for them to catch. So here I want them to catch this instead. All that nobody. Okay, that's pretty good here. And then And then this is going to be just specifically written out. Yeah, I've just got to write an actual symbol part in this section. I goofed up. And so I've got a whole lot of this to copy. So it goes there and goes there. And it goes here, and it goes here. Bum, 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 bum. And then this just means ting. Yeah, just symbol only until, let's see, until they're going to hit, we'll have them fill. And then I'll just do this to remind me. Huge fill, big fill. Yeah, big fill going into this. So I'm going to go back to this. And I'm going to take this other note out because it's not really necessary and it complicates it too much. Bang, bang, but okay, and then back to the head again. So I'm just going to, I copy and paste the head one more time. And most of it works. And then, yeah, I've got to go through and turn everything into the right kind of notation ultimately. Nobody else could do. All right. Okay, so this I can just grab this again. We've done this a few times now. So I hope that this makes sense. Like the stuff that I'm grabbing, these are the rhythmic figures that ultimately I'm going to have to play. Now they drum solo over the vamp here, which I've already written in. So those are the big rhythms that they're going to catch. Now, so they have that. First obvious things to do are remove all the lyrics and remove all of the chord symbols. And that's done. I just did that. The next thing to do is going to be, well, I'm gonna have to write some notes about how to play this stuff. So I will do, and I'll just broken swing feel throughout. I'm just going to say broken swing feel. Catch figures as you like. I'll just kind of say that. And then I'm going to take as much as I want to be the cue notation that goes at the top of the thing, as opposed to you must stop playing time and catch all this. So, like, up to this point, I think that's fair. So, I have a little hotkey that's not working right now. There, whoa. Why is my hotkey not working? Well, anyway, make pitches. Weird. Okay, I don't know why that didn't work. So I'm going to transpose everything that's in voice 1 up to a G above the staff. They have made this easier. They made it easier. Oh my God. Finale made this easier. And they moved the rest with, oh my God. Okay, I'm not Finale. Sibelius made this easier all of a sudden. Okay, that's exciting. Yeah, I guess I haven't used this. I haven't written for a while, so. Wow, I'm a little blown away. Okay, so this is rhythmic notation. Oh, sorry, make pitches constant. So Okay, I'm a little. Okay, I'm going to use the regular one and put them all notes and voice ones to B, to that, to beat without stem, and this is going to create rhythmic notation, which there's no fill in, and it should beat with stem. Undo. Make pitches. Oh, see, that should be my plugin. Oh well, not beat without stem, just beat. And then when I do that, yeah. So we get the right thing. Now, once again, for as long as we don't want exactly them to. We don't want them to just stop playing time. We want them to just have time, broken time, catching these hits. Like this figure here, I'm about to get to, is the other kind. But so why isn't this coming up? Okay, drums. Oh, I can't believe it. That is incredibly cool that this is so much better now. Wow, I'm a little speechless. I just didn't know this was happening. I don't know why my plugin isn't working anymore, but I'll take it. I've got to fix all kinds of, way the stuff looks and everything, but okay, so here's another one of these. So this is what we're doing. There's a lot of this to do. I need to create a hotkey and make sure that my old hotkey works. But to get to this, because for some reason my shortcut isn't doing what it used to do. I really don't know why. Is it Control? No. Yeah, it's just not working. It must be conflicting with something with the new version. Wow. Okay. So this. So I've got two make pitches constant things going. One of them is doing rhythmic notation, and one of them is doing the cue notation, which is mostly what we want. Like, especially through here, I don't really want them to stop time for a while. Yeah, no, this is all good. Oh, I'm missing a thing there. I got to come back and grab that. Okay, so yeah, all of that actually in the whole soli section, I can just leave it that way. Yeah, and it automatically makes them small. That's so good. Was missing a note there, and yeah, I just got to double check to make sure all of the fundamentals are in place. Because they're not actually. I see plenty of as I'm doing this, I'm seeing other stuff that I got to fix. Like the chord symbols aren't in place in spots, so got to put those where they're needed. Up to here. So Hunter is asking a good question. I'm going to answer in a second. Says, wait, is the drum cue completely a plugin, or is the macro you're using to add slashes as well as place the drum hits on top? That is a plugin called Make Pitches Constant. Now, I have been using it in a different way for my entire life of using Sibelius, but I didn't realize that they've actually made it better in whatever new version I've just upgraded to and I haven't written with for a while. The new version actually does this. It says Make Pitches Constant Drums. Yeah. Plugin 3. And so when I choose, yeah, this won't work for that. Let me just do it again. And I'll take you through. Well, first of all, I'll get to it in a second. I need to get all of these stems up because it's drums, and that's how you do it. Stems up. Okay, so the old way would be, the old way I used to do it was Make Pitches Constant, and I have hotkey that I would use, and it would bring this up. Now, this is the hotkey, and it's not working for me right now, so there's something conflicting, and it's weird. And so if I choose this make pitches constant thing, you'll see transpose all notes to voice in voice number 1, which everything is unless you've got, voice 2 or whatever, to this pitch. It's a B, and it's above middle C. With this style of a note head, a beat. I want the beat note head. That's going to look like rhythmic notation. That's the nature. It's not normal, not a cross, diamond, beat. Without stem, which is a slash, basically. It's not going to be headless, it's not going to be stemless. It's beat. That's what I want. Move rests together with the notes. Yeah, if I've got rests, I want them to move. I do not check fill the selection with notes of the following properties because we're not making slashes. In this case, I'm doing this. Bang, bang. However, usually, I would have to go back and forth between the settings, and I would kind of do all of my rhythmic notation like that, rhythmic notation first. Now, apparently, they have created exactly what I've always wanted, which is the precise, like everything is correct for creating drum cues all of a sudden. They just finally did it. And I'm going to find the first time I need... yeah, I think this is the first time I want rhythmic notation again. So all of this, I want these, the rhythms that are here, I've grabbed those so that I can put them in. I can use the new drums plugin. And so when I choose this, it's preset to all of this. And small note head didn't used to be there. So notes in voice 1 to the G at the top octave, like above the staff. Small note head. I just had never seen that before, and that's amazing. It literally, I don't think it was there before. Move rests together with notes. Yes, please, although it's going to move them too high, and then it will have them all selected when I'm done so that I can just tap the down arrow a couple times, and then it puts them in the right place. Now, yes, fill the selection with notes of the following properties. Fill them into voice 2, create them into voice 2, put them on B, middle C, above middle C, make them quarter note, and use beat without stem, which is what a slash is. And when I do that, bang, they're all there. I just I hit down twice to get the rests like on the line so it looks better. That's it. And that's brilliant. Now there's stuff like I don't need a slur, things like that. So I'll go in and I'll fix some things. But right? In fact, I don't need these rests here. I don't need these rests. So sometimes I just need to clean this up a little bit, but not that much. It's in really great shape. So this is all, again, rhythmic notation, the other kind. So I want this again, and I'm going to use my old plugin, which I currently have set. It's like pulling two different instances of the plugin up. The old one that I have set is set to making rhythmic notation, so it looks like that, and that's what I want. That means for the drummers read that as, oh, stop doing what I'm doing. Play around it maybe, but don't play bang bang. Don't do that anymore. And now it's gang gang bang bang like you're engaged in playing exactly the rhythms that I have. So again, I can do the same one here. Nobody else is another of the same. So I'll make another of ye old rhythmic notation, and that'll go there. Can't really crescendo that. But the rest of this will look good with the new thing that Sibelius has added. I'm very pleased with Sibelius. Happy to say. That's extremely encouraging. So yeah, I need to make a separate hotkey for that, and then I got to figure out why my current hotkey isn't working, because it's actually really fast when you use the hotkey. So I guess I only want cues here, and then this is rhythmic notation to the end, which is easy. And it's done. So now I just got to go through it and clean up all the stuff that's not quite right about the drum part, and that's fine. So forte at the beginning. This crescendo is kind of a vocal crescendo. Subito piano is correct. I do need this crescendo. What else? What else? What else is missing? Nothing there. I do want this. I don't want these rests. That was a little interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure I can avoid that, but that's okay. It's fine. Just grab those. I mean, it's very efficient for creating a drum part. I mean, if you go back and look at when I started making the drum part, you see how efficient that is. Why is that there? I think it must be because, oh yeah, it was because I took it from the, took it from the vocals. Okay, so just, again, cleaning up a little bit, making sure that everything's there that needs to be. This crescendo needs to be here. No, subito. Here's an extra slur from before that I don't need. They definitely don't need a scoop. I wonder if I definitely missed that someplace else, because that will have happened before. I gotta find that. Here it is. Yeah, there's a scoop. Very subtle, but don't want that. Oh, definitely don't want to fall either. So that's gonna happen a third time. I have to look out for it. Now, okay, yeah, cleaning up. No, we're doing mezzo forte in the rhythm section here. So cleaning that up. And, okay, don't get this crescendo. Okay, long day crescendo that is not in there yet, and then the piano is not in there yet. Cool, cool. There is change of dynamic here. I just need to ride. That should be super obvious. It will be to Matt, but when he plays the demo, but ride. Anyway, of course, ride. Yeah, so it goes to that, and then we're going to come back down again. Piano. Big crescendo, that's cool. Change where this is written. And back to forte. Look out for the thing that's weird. The scoop. That was somewhere around here. Add the crescendo that keeps being missing. There it is, my scoop. Likes to hide. Crescendo into forte. Beep, 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 boo. Don't need this rest. I wonder if that exists someplace else too. And back to subito mezzo piano. Little bit of a mezzo forte push. I think we're good. Bam, bam, drums play over, then they hit this. I mean, you should know to build. I think that's going to be obvious. Is it cute as forte? Yeah, it's just loud to the end, and then just big hit. I know if you're playing in the middle of this, go ahead and crescendo into it, and then add the word fill, and that is it. That is the whole chart written. Now is laying it out. That is the next bit. And when I go to lay it out, as you will see, this thing thinks it's still, believe it or not. I'm going to end up needing to add the commission information, but I will let them tell me. I'm just going to have this as a placeholder. Commissioned by the German Music Council. I won't put Matthias Becker's name here, but he's my contact with them. 2022. And I Korvettbewerb, I think, Deutscher Korvettbewerb. In fact, I think I can do that. Is this, how do you spell that? Oh man. I better look this up. German Music Council. That's spelled right. Deutscher Korvette Bewerb. Deutscher Korvettbewerb. Okay, that is correct. Okay. In fact, I believe this should be parenthesized, and their name will give them credit for Deutscher. Oh, spelled wrong. DEU. Deutscher Korvette Bewerb. And I think this is right. I'll let when I send this to Matthias, he can tell me if I'm wrong. But this is Cole Porter. Cole wrote everything, so that's it. So at this point, oh hey, there's somebody who says Aiden O'Connor says our high school got the top scores in Indiana with your arrangement of Baby Won't You Please Come Home and Nature Boy, some of my favorite music I've ever performed. Oh my goodness, congratulations, that's awesome. Way to get those scores, and those are, you know, intense charts. Lots of scat syllables in there, and boy, Baby Won't You Please Come Home is particularly intense. So congratulations for putting that together. It's very challenging. I am duly impressed. I promise. That's awesome. Way to go. Way to go. I need to change something about. What is this? This is, it's been too long. Can't remember how to do it. Engraving rules. I need instruments. I need subsequently to be short on here. And then I got to change them to SSATB. And then we're good. And then we got to actually lay it all out. So this is the layout portion of the day. Not the most exciting part. But people got to read it, and so that's the deal. What shall I do? I think this, so I'm going to go to layout, and it's already small enough. In fact, I think it's actually could be a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, you do something to be commissioned by, I need to bold the text of that. That's my standard way of doing it. We'll move all of this up here. Now I just got to make sure I give a little bit more space in between things. I think all of my chord symbols in the choir parts can be slightly smaller. Maybe bring those down a couple notches. It says, funny enough, our high school just did Anything Goes the musical, and sure enough, you're working off Cole Porter. Oh, I love writing Cole Porter. That's great. Yeah, Cole Porter, I mean, he was, you know, obviously such a genius and such an amazing, prolific songwriter, but also his music is, the copyrights for his music are held by a company called Alfred that is really great to work with. There's other companies that are great to work with as well, but I have the good fortune to be able to license the music, as does the company that will actually be publishing this, not me. I'm actually writing for another company this time. This is a commission for Germany. But yeah, this is Cole Porter. His music is published by a company that is pretty cool about allowing folks like me, at least, you know, it's not absolutely everybody can get a license on these things, I think, but we're, you know, those of us who do this kind of publishing and stuff are fortunate to get to work with them. So I always love to write Cole Porter as much as possible for all kinds of good reasons, some of which include logistical, like it's just, I can publish it. So I need to add a header after first page, which is going to go up here, and that's just the name of the chart. So you do know something to me. I'm putting it 4 bars. It's kind of working pretty well. It looks pretty good like this. So I'm just going to grab the rest of the chart and say that. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I see what you said there. Yeah, you gotta include the score now. People really do like to see the score. That has it didn't used to be the case in the old days. We used to just, with vocal jazz, since the director could kind of get the idea with just looking at the vocal part, and then the rhythm section would just play what's on their chart. But nowadays, we would some people at least like to take a look at their scores. The other thing that I'll do is a piano and vocal score, which I actually don't have on this because when I wrote, the template doesn't have that. So I'm going to be doing a piano vocal score, which looks like an octavo. It's like the kind of oh, this looks terrible. It's the kind of chart you get from the big publishers. They don't just have vocal parts. When you do kind of manuscript charts like we I'll bet you I can fit this. Let me try to fit that. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Manuscript charts where big sheets of 8.5 by 11, and the kind of stuff that we lay people write that don't write for the big companies. We haven't tended to write to do octavo style score or parts as well, but I've been doing that lately because it's actually really practical for a lot of directors. They appreciate that. They appreciate having all the options. And while you're in there, what does it take? Does it even take an extra 15 minutes? 10 minutes less to do a thing that makes a chart much more friendly to the group that's going to perform it later. And over time, I think that kind of thing is a thing that's going to help me continue to sell charts. It's just having things look pretty good. Now, as I say that, this looks like trash. And no, it's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't want to leave that on the vocal part, and this isn't very much. I could probably squeeze that in, but I'm doing I'm doing a 4 bars to a system thing to make it look pretty, and I'm okay with that. Let's get that a little further out. The F looks weird there. Oh, well, also because I haven't put it on all the parts. Let's go back. I got to go back in and I got to go back in and fix that. I need to do a pass where I double check that I have 3 sets of chord changes here. 3 sets of everything. Here is where I don't have it. So, when they're playing exactly this, it doesn't really matter to them. And I don't even care that it's smaller in these spots because they really don't need this information. Actually, let me just copy out all of it because they don't ever have it, as it turns out. Okay. Everything I did in Finale was a mess, and that's why I switched to Sibelius. If you're good at making Finale stuff look good, of course, many people are. It's still kind of the industry standard for publishing, but man, I was terrible at making Finale look good. So I've been much happier. If I want to move something, I grab it and move it like that. And that wasn't my experience working in Finale. It just seemed harder to find everything that you had to do. I don't know. Everything just was a pain to me. And it had some. At certain times I had very awful bugs, like miserably painful, like shrieking noises that it would put through my sound system and stuff. And I was like traumatized. I was scared to work basically and to have sound. Now you have to use the tool to space the measures. Yeah. That's cool. It's all good. You get used to it. It's fine. Mystified me. It's cool. I'm not that meticulous with all this, but I just try to put space between stuff if I can. Make sure. And actually, this isn't the final version. This is this is going to be the recording version, and I'll try to make this look pretty clean and try to get there, but I always find stuff later to fix in the chart generally. Oh, I think I figured out that I could put all this on one. Yeah. So we will find things that we'll annotate in our recording PDF, basically the recording version of the chart. And yeah, when writing octavos, do you put the chord symbols over both the piano or just the piano? Actually, that's a good question. When I'm doing the octavo, I actually don't put them over the vocal part since they're right down there. It's a good question. For the songs I put on YouTube, do I have a specific group that I have recorded? Yeah, it's me and my wife. Julia and I sing all the tracks, all the demos, and that's been a huge part of our business, and the fact that we are able to write and record, just do everything all in one location, and that we don't have to contract out the recording. Julia is I think it's probably fair that she's one of the finest jazz vocalists in the world, and so we're fortunate to get to work together in that way. It's been really good for us to get to do that, and that's why this is all we do now, because we have that ability, the two of us, to work together. So I'm now making a new part that will be the octavo version. So I got to start over with all that, which is awesome. But might as well hang out and answer questions while we do this. So SSATB with piano. This is probably going to be a little smaller. Let's see. Yeah. We're going to go to 6 for this to make sure everything fits okay. And got to grab that and get it out of the way. Give us a little more room in this. Got to do system object positions. System object positions, and not have the metronome and all the rehearsal letters show up above the piano as well. I will get rid of the chord symbols as Hunter just asked about. And there we go. Doing that, going to give us a little room above this. That's okay. That's okay, I think. I don't have. So all kinds of there's stuff I just have to get used to doing every time on this. But at the start, we want the full name of the instruments, and then subsequently we want short names. Oh, Haynes says, "Wait, what? This is absolutely crazy. I just had assumed you had a really good 6 to 8 person group." Yeah, it's. Thank you. I mean, it takes us. It takes me. It takes the two of us a total of about 6 hours a piece to go in and record the demo. It would take a really, really good 6 to 8 person group, a little bit of rehearsal time, but less total time to actually track it if they were just sight reading. But again, we have quality control. We know exactly what we want it to sound like, and we can always go in and make fixes and stuff. So it's unique to us that we can do this, and we do record for other people. That's it's a part of our freelancing business sometimes. So we've recorded music for Hal Leonard, for Roger Emerson and Paris Rutherford, and others, and that's also a way for us to make some income while still doing the thing we love and working in our studio. So yeah, it's great. It's a dream. It's a total dream. We absolutely we love that this is what we do for our living. Let's see, this is looking a little janky. I'm going to come back and look at this again. When we don't have things on the schedule a whole lot, and when we do, it's usually traveling someplace cool to give a workshop about vocal jazz, or to give a concert. The two of us do duo performances, Oh, that'll be cool. Okay. So it's just, it's, it's real for. It's not that we don't have normal life problems and stuff like everybody, but in terms of our careers, this is where we were headed. We were hoping to, achieve this. We loved our teaching time. We loved our time working in universities, and we may teach again someday. But for now, this has been great. But it's been really a pleasure to get to freelance in vocal jazz music and think about it all the time. There's a lot of administrative stuff with publishing, dealing with licenses and keeping track of sales and paying royalties to people and applying for new licenses and all that. So there's a lot to maintaining a publishing business. But that is also life. That is very common. That there are parts of everybody's job that aren't the dream part necessarily. All right, so I think I'm going to let this go and not try to line this up. I think this is okay. It's better for the rhythm section parts if the sections are always on the left, but I actually think this is okay the way it is. Pretty happy with that. It's a little close. So, yeah. So a little bit of free backstory on us while I'm laying out. This is the best time to catch me with questions, honestly, while I'm laying stuff out. Let's see. Beep, bop, 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 bop. There are times when we've recorded with others. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that I want to. Is there anything super crowded I can move? Some of this stuff is a little. We've recorded with. When we put out the demo for "Lift Every Voice and Sing," which is the African American national anthem, that was arranged by Alvin Chia of Take Six and Jarrett Johnson, and they already had recorded it, although we changed the key. So I just moved. I guess we're going to leave it like this. I just moved their recording down and actually brought a lot of Alvin's stuff up. I did an edition of the arrangement where it was singable by a low bass and kind of created parts out of it that, they just recorded it straight to the DAW and they didn't, just based on what they wanted to hear. So it didn't have a proper full arrangement done yet. And so working with JB Crapiot of Accent, he had a version of it that I worked with as well, and was able to create a final edition of it. And so we used their recording, and then Julia sang, because it was going to be, because it's for sopranos and altos, not some guys that are normally tenors and basses singing the soprano alto part like they had done it. We wanted to have it represent a little bit more what the real world vocal jazz groups are going to sound like. Now this is the real one. I'm gonna really pay attention on this. Well, no, I'll still talk through it, but this is the one that we want to look especially good, because this is the one the choir is going to look at. Happy with this so far. Still, again, totally editable. If I forgot, say, to fix this, rehearsal letter B, then I could fix it before it's really done, because I always do a pass of re-editing the file. So one thing that's clear to me about your music is the use of do-dots throughout soli sections. Yeah. Have you always preferred those syllables, or did you make a switch at some point? No. I think what we've discovered is that things that are more specific, like when you get more specific and, anything has like double consonants and things like that, or that they're interesting, quote unquote, interesting sounding syllables. That I think is a thing that tends to make audiences feel a little bit embarrassed, like it's kind of awkward and cringy about vocal jazz, like squeabadoo, flay, playo, squopido, bichobi. So we really we're very careful to keep very simple syllables, and I think to us it sounds better, and it's more instrumental based writing than if you make it really try to sound like a vocal, a vocal thing. Hunter says, love to have a Zoom chat with you sometime. I'm going to music. Publishing his career and want to mainly deal with copyright. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully somewhere like Universal or Sony. Excellent. Well, we can definitely have a chat sometime. That's fine. If you happy to do that. If you want to do it kind of as a lesson, that's a thing I do, and we can talk about that. You should just shoot me an email from my website. If that's the kind of way you want to approach it, in sort of a lesson context, I'm always happy to schedule those with folks. And so, just hit me up and we'll talk about the details. And Nick says, is your wife a daughter of one of the High-Lows members? You are very close. You are thinking of Jennifer Barnes, who her maiden name is Jennifer Shelton, and her dad is Don Shelton of the High-Lows. The second, he came in halfway through the High-Lows existence, and then, of course, he was one of the Singers Unlimited, arguably the most important group in today's modern vocal jazz sound, essentially, if you ask me, at least. That's what I would say. But Jennifer Barnes, and she is in our group Vertical Voices, which could be maybe what you might have been remembering, is that somehow we were connected with Don Shelton, and that is how we're connected, just through his daughter, Jennifer. As a self-publisher, I think it would be great to get the ins and outs of the processes involved. Well, absolutely, and it's, as a self-publisher who's been doing it since 2000, what I can tell you is that it's very, very challenging, and the big companies may not work with you at this point. Your idea of maybe going to work for Sony, Universal, that kind of thing, that might help you a lot if you have a relationship with Hal Leonard, because Hal Leonard especially, but also Alfred, they're kind of happy for people to use the Arrange Me service now that they've gone to a lot of work to set that up. And they're not necessarily interested, for most folks, in like starting to do what they're doing with me, frankly. And that is really tough. It's kind of unfair, but it's because it takes them a lot of time to deal with licenses like mine. That is, it's really unfortunate. I know that because we were thinking about having Julia be her own self-publisher and do a different kind of music with a catalog that was under her name, and we started applying for licenses, and they sent us right over to arrangeme.com. And I've learned since that we were grandfathered into it, and they'll continue to do it bit with us because they trust us over the years to self-publish. But everybody else, they want control over. They want to know exactly how many charts were sold. I've sent them hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of the years, and so we just have that established long-term relationship. But it is unfortunately not a thing they're extending to folks that are new to it. Now there is a business model for this that one can get into. And essentially it's using making good recordings and making good demos, making part tracks, and selling those as your major asset, as your major commodity that you would sell through a website. But then sending people to Arrange Me, or really it's going to be sheetmusicplus.com, I think. Maybe they're sending you to Arrange Me. I don't know where you buy them now. They've just migrated a bunch of stuff, which is why I don't really know. I should take a look. But my stuff just, I have things there that they're older, and I didn't want to try to relicense them because it's too expensive. But for me, the digital rate is 50%. That's how much it costs me each time somebody buys a chart. I will have had to previously have purchased a license, like it's inventory essentially, and it costs. I have to in advance pay half of what I'm going to sell it for, so it's $37.50 most of the time because I sell it for $75. But if I do mechanical licenses through Songfile.com, Harry Fox and all that, or sometimes other companies, I can sell the recordings and those part tracks and all that. That is most of our business still. So I think it would be most of everybody's business who gets into this field doing derivative work. not a pejorative term to say derivative. I mean using literally other people's songs, and that arrangements that you've then derived from those. Okay, this piano part is too big. 6.0 should do it. This gets tiring. I mean, not the talking part is cool. The layout stuff is tiring. Well, especially it's because it comes on the tail end of actually having done the creative work, and I started work this morning at noon. I took a decent little break actually, and so yeah, the whole writing project I think took. Did it even take 5 hours? Maybe it did. It's 5-6 hours for this chart. So that's faster than normal. But I kind of I didn't fiddle around too much. I kind of knew what I was gonna do. I mean pretty quickly. I didn't know coming into it, but it didn't take too long to sort of to stumble into the general vibe of what I was going to try to accomplish with this chart. So it did go pretty well. Cool. Still working here. Yep. Okay, this long section of the pedal will be rather tedious for the players. That's actually really simple for them to play. I don't play the piano parts since I fully notate them. I pull them into. I just export the MIDI and then I bring that into Digital Performer, and it sounds fine. Sounds human enough for me, for my purposes. Mostly it's because we have the singing on top of it that is for sure human, that we can get away with it being slightly mechanical. There's ways that Sibelius on exporting the MIDI kind of creates humanness to the performance that it exports MIDI wise. So it kind of a little bits of variation and stuff. So I export this, and the piano part and the bass part will both get used. Then I usually sing all my parts, and then sometimes Julie will sing her parts next, or somewhere in the middle we will sometimes send a scratch track to our drummer who's up in Canada, lives in Toronto, named Matthew Chalmers. He writes some charts for this website, for my website as well, and he will send me stems that I can then put into the recording. He sends me overhead, kick, and snare, and that's always just totally plenty. And Jake Tom says, "I want to be." So I pop in and say, "I want to be Julie when I grow up." I know it, man. Me too. The best I could do was get married to her. Allstate in Indiana has Cedric Dent as our director, and I'm super excited. A fellow baritone as well. Yeah, a fellow baritone, Cedric Dent. He's like the quintessential ensemble vocal jazz baritone, and an amazing human being. Oh my God, you're gonna have a great time. Yeah, he's wonderful. He's a wonderful person. Just a truly good, and obviously, what an amazing thing to be working with somebody from another one of the 5 most important groups of people on vocal jazz groups in the history of our music, of vocal jazz music. I mean, that's Take 6 is just, they're magical. They're just magic. They've always just been total magic. And a warning to those who are going to transcribe Take 6 to try to figure out what they're doing, or it's. The magic is still there once you know the details of what they're doing, but it does. It's not electric bass at all. It's acoustic. But I will say it's like when I was young and listening to them before I started transcribing them. I lifted them when I was 15 or 16 or something, right? And but before that I was just listening to it and just letting the sound wash over. is the most magical part of it. And then as you start to detail it and stuff, then you've removed the opportunity for the full magic to hit. But also knowing the brilliance of their arranging, that it's still pretty amazing. It's it's such great stuff, and the way they've done it over the years, they all notate music. They know how to, of course, they know how to notate music. God, those cats have doctorates and tons of experience and studio experience and all that, great sight readers, all that stuff. But the way they learned their music was, kind of just orally, and the cat would, Mervyn or Cedric or Mark Kibble mostly would sit down at the piano, and they would have worked out what's going to be in the chart, and then they give their parts one at a time, and they I love hearing them tell that story, and demonstrate how they would do it. It's really amazing. Okay, that is too small. That's kind of still too small. I guess it was better. Yeah, 12 maybe. I think it just made it too big. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. It's very cool that you got said. That's wonderful. I hope you will tell him hello for me, and that I miss him. He's a good dude. And what a treasure of knowledge about so much music. So much. I mean, the spirituals tradition and gospel music tradition, the history and vocal jazz, all of it. Very cool. Though the circumstances weren't the best, my director got to meet Cedric at Steve Zagree's funeral. Yeah. My director says he's super excited for us. All right. Well, good. Yeah. Just go up and tell him you know me. Aren't you guys singing one of mine? Maybe I thought I remembered Indiana maybe bought a chart for my site, and Cedric sometimes will do those. He doesn't need to. He's got lots of great music he could do anytime he wants. But I thought maybe they picked up something from the site to do. Totally cool if they did not. I do not. There's great music out there. Yeah, that is our unfortunate circumstances. Steve passed away too soon. And yeah, he had major influence over the music, and we were all affected. All of us vocal jazzers were pretty impacted by the loss at the time, and still are. Okay, we're almost getting there. I'm being a little loose about. I should actually go ahead and get these lined up. Yeah, I should make sure they're all on the page. Oh, well, then I don't know. Well, I'm a spoiler. Yeah, I actually don't know. And there are like 350 charts on my site. So if they are doing one, and I don't know, then I can't remember which one it is right now. I could look it up, but that I will not spoil for you if that's the case. But he might not be doing it. So you might be lucky. You might not have to do any of my stuff. Okay, so this goes here. We're almost there, cats. We're almost there. Thanks for the hang. This has been the best part of the hang, actually. It's pretty cool. These guys are here. Okay. Yeah, the bass part's in decent shape, and then drums, and then that's it, right? Yeah, because I did the SSATB. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, so this is it. And then we really are done with this part of the process, and I'm going to take a break for the night. And maybe go play some Switch sports with my wife. We like playing tennis on there. Or, well, we can't. We are big pickleball players, and we like to go swimming and stuff. Oh, wait, I didn't capitalize Cole Porter's name. Yikes. Oop. Cool Potter. Bring a swing. Yeah, just putting a little note there. Do something to me. Bring it down. That's cool. Looks decent. It's kind of weird. It's all right. What else? Boom, boom, boom. Get this out of the way. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I play pickleball when I can, but I'm starting college tennis next year. Oh, that's great. Wow, cool. Very cool. Man, tennis is a lot harder than pickleball, my man. Or, sorry. Aiden, I didn't ask, but anyway. Pickleball, much harder. I mean, tennis, much harder. But pickleball is perfect for me. I can actually get around that court. Even with, believe it or not, I'm 45, but I've had gout since I was 26 or so. So I have some arthritis in these knees, which I shouldn't have right now. I'm 45. I shouldn't have that going. So I got to go out and wear like these bionic legs, like braces and stuff to play. But it's worth it. It's worth doing. It's worth a little bit of pain. Worth doing some icing afterwards. It's a ton of fun. It's a really good workout. Love it. And the championships are happening right now, right here, weather permitting. It's been raining, but they're happening in Naples. I mean, they call them the championships. I'm sure a lot of places call them championships. Anyway, that's it. Export, my friends. First thing I will export as I'm done is a MIDI file. And I just put that on put SIB MIDI. Put that on the desktop to pull into Digital Performer so I can make my tracks and get started recording the demo. And then I will then export the chart. And yeah, that's good. So we call this recording, and just call it the recording version. And we really, don't need all of the parts. We just need, what am I doing? Selection parts. I need that. I need SSATB with piano, and I need the drum set part because I'm going to send it to my drummer. Nice. What's your, I don't even remember what it is. USTA. You have your USTA level, like something point something, and then your pickleball level. Like, so my pickleball level, we're playing at 3 and 3.5. That's all we're up to. So you might be well above that. But we haven't played tournaments yet. We've just been, playing recreationally. And then my mother-in-law, 75, and she's a USTA 3.5, and she was a tennis pro for a long time. She still plays great and gets around. She used to be a little higher than that, but 75. So anyway, good luck with the tennis. That's awesome. Okay, that is it. That is an arrangement done. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Future people watching this on the replay, I really appreciate you making it all the way to the end, especially through the hang part of it. Maybe you were falling asleep to it or something. That's the kind of thing I would do with a thing like this. Is like unintentional ASMR, maybe. 4.5 to 5.0. Ooh, that's real. That's real. Awesome. All right. Well, have a good day, Aiden, and everybody else too, Jake, and everybody else who's in. Who's all been in? Nick, Hunter, if you all are still there, be well, friends, and thank you for coming and hanging out. We'll do this some more. I'm gonna be doing a lot more live streaming because I really enjoy how this pushes me to get the music done, and it's great to hang out with people and get to chat. So I really dig it. So thank you for being a part of this. Eventually there will be a demo of this, just like all of these. There's no, you don't get immediate feedback on this. But again, if you go back and look at some of the old behind the charts, all of those have demos now, all of them that are up. So if you just do my name, search my site or my YouTube channel for the behind the charts, you can also probably find the demo of the thing that there's a behind the chart of. So if that's good, you can kind of look in on the process of it as it was happening then, and then have access to the demos to kind of see what the result was. And hopefully that helps you with your own arranging, or maybe it's just fun and relaxing. Anyway, take good care, everybody. Stay safe. You too, Aiden, and everybody else. Take care.